Welcome to Belated Tech Gaming and our Sinking City walkthrough and travelogue. This is the 6th part of our gameplay. In part 5, we returned to the expedition dive site and found an air pocket on the seabed that contains some sort of temple, as well as survivors of the expedition itself. The survivors are as mad as hatters, so we glean little information about what happened other than the fact that Innsmouthers attacked the expedition members and seized the expedition leader, Professor Harriet Doe, and an important artifact. All that can be done is to return to Throgmorton to report our findings. Let's rejoin Reed as he's about to depart Grimhaven Bay to visit the Throgmorton mansion. Many thanks for choosing to watch our content. Let's continue. Finished our first underwater exploration of the expedition site, where we found a number of survivors. Some dead, some not dead. So we need to go report to Throgmorton. But first, I think what we're going to do is change our outfit, because we can. Options. Oh, it's probably a feature here. That's a picture. I think there's a, what's this? Yeah, I think I looked at this before in the first episode. Yeah, wardrobe. Okay, so we'll unlock some of them, like this fisherman outfit we unlocked. I don't remember why that did. Plague Doctor. Yeah, I think not. We've done a couple side missions, just in order to level up the character. Vacationist. So that doesn't seem appropriate. Windcoat. Unburdened newcomer. We're going to do windcoat. Yeah. And we're going to see if, yeah, it looks pretty good. We'll change it again down the line. I mean, the backpack does make sense from a standpoint of, but of course you have everything. Just because you don't have the backpack doesn't mean you don't have everything, so you can see everything here. So, while we're at it, we'll hit the casebook. Hang on. It's not responding for some reason. Oh, that's right. I keep on forgetting the controls. Okay, so lore. Mythos. Temple was discovered. Expedition was a place of worship for the weird creature. The statue in the prehistoric ruins looked like they were made not by the hands of man. That's not good. And there's the fortune teller. Okay. And the casebook. So we got a couple things to look at here. Ambushed. For the Innsmouth killed in the underwater temple. So the ceremony of dagger. Okay. There are no active side cases right now. We have completed just the Frosty Welcome is a main mission. Letters from Oakmont is a side missions. These, if there are 11 missions, I think, let's see, 9, 10, 11, yeah. And you do get 4 points, which are nice. You need every point you can. So that has that benefit. Although some of these missions are definitely run and grab. You're not powerful enough to handle the monsters in some of the side mission locations, and you just got to run in and keep your fingers crossed. Let's see, field research. We also did, yeah, so Dr. Grant at the hospital wanted some research. We did that. And then there was a enterprising captain who wanted the logbook of a lost ship so that he could claim it in Boston for the money, which I thought was kind of inventive. In any case, so let's see if we have some skill points. Nope. So that mission wasn't enough to give us any. That's unfortunate. As you can see, we've leveled up here. We've taken the first position on each of the trees because they were relatively useful. And then the only place we've taken the levels downward are here, where we've added capacity to the revolver, and then we actually shotgun, which we don't have, but we expect to get eventually. So I just put a point there. So the next thing to do is on the casebook, is to you have to go to see Throgmorton. So let's go do that. What's this? Oh, it's a diary. Interesting. What's this? Laudanum.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
I think, as I mentioned in the first episode, laudanum is a liquid suspension of opium, I think. It's highly addictive, which is why you can't get that stuff anymore. So let's get out of here. I think we can loot a box downstairs. Let's go do that. Let's see. I think it's back here. Yeah. Shell casings. We'll take it. I don't think there's anything been here before. Yeah. I don't think this guy has anything more useful to say, but let's ask.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
So he's an Innsmouther, but he is not as far gone as some of the other Innsmouthers, for whatever reason. Far gone meaning genetically modified to look as much as a fish as a lot of the Innsmouthers do. Okay. So let's beat feet. Yeah. Let's definitely fast travel where we're going. So we need to see Throgmorton, which is, he should be at his mansion, which I have no idea where the heck that is. Oh, there it is. All right, so we have to fast travel here. So let's go do that. Okay, so this area of town is nice. I think we've mentioned before, this is all the expensive mansions and nice houses are at. It's not run down like the area of the hotel is. In fact, the hotel we're in is in a flooded area that you can't even get to the hotel without getting on a boat in any direction. It's kind of interesting. So let's make sure we're headed in the right direction. No, we're not. So we need to go to Throgmorton's mansion. Yeah, so this is where you want to go. The NPCs you generally can't, interact with, I should say, not react. The ones that do interact with you often pull a gun out and start shooting, which is not so useful. A lot of this terrain is not particularly explorable. I mean, it's beautifully rendered. It's nicely done. The Unreal Engine's done a good job here. Just the AI is very unsophisticated. It all seems to be period correct, including the NPCs and the cars and the buildings, except for the post boxes, which we mentioned in a previous episode. The post boxes have modern U.S. Postal Service logos on them, which is kind of funny. In the 1920s, of course, they just would have said U.S. Mail on it. Assuming they were blue, assuming the post boxes were blue at all, which they weren't. I think a lot of them were red or something like that. So, in any case, we're going here. This should be it. Yeah. So let's go to the front door, I suppose. So we were here before. We couldn't get in. Now we probably can because of the mission completion. Yeah. See, now it has the stripes on it. So this is, yeah.
The mortician has touched him up well.
Interesting. I don't know if you can explore the mansion or not. But we're here to talk to him, so. Yeah, so you're given this choice again, which is interesting. I thought in the Mind Palace it made this decision, but you haven't. So I'm not sure what the point is of, I don't know. Again, I don't know if there's a dual ending. But, of course, we're going to help.
I've got news, Mr. Throgmorton. The expedition members are alive. They're on the seabed in the sunken ruins, some sort of ancient temple. They have enough air, but we need to hurry.
What happened? Why didn't the sailors help them?
Captain Sanders abandoned them, sailed away from the dive point. The fear, the visions, they got to him.
Sanders. I'll see that he doesn't have long to regret his cowardice.
I'm afraid that's not all. The Innsmouthers took the expedition's discoveries and kidnapped the professor.
What? Those degenerates. How did that happen?
So we didn't get to go back to the other options. Kind of interesting. We'll do that one.
The Innsmouthers, they knew about the temple. They waited there, hiding until the professor took what the Innsmouthers call the seal.
But how did they manage to catch my scientists off guard?
It seems that after the seal was taken from its place, everyone in the expedition suffered some kind of mental breakdown. The Innsmouthers must have known about that, waited for the right moment. Then they made off with Professor Doe and the artifact.
Drock. The Innsmouthers. Do you have proof they were involved?
One of the attackers was killed by a member of the expedition. I have a photo.
My expedition failed. My boy was killed. This is more than personal, Mr. Reed. This is a threat to everyone.
They have Harriet and the artifact she found, but she may still be alive.
That's why I hesitate to wipe their fish-faced kin from Oakmont this instant. But we won't sit idle. Find them, Mr. Reed. Not the grunts, but their leaders. Infiltrate their ranks if need be. Bring me my professor back.
I'm looking into the madness, not politics and power games.
And your best source of information is currently in the slimy hands of those Innsmouthers. Professor Doe shared the visions. She found something inside those ruins, and now they have her. She knows something crucial, I'm certain. There's also a more delicate matter I wanted to discuss with you, Mr. Reed.
I can be delicate when it matters, so shoot.
I have a colleague, you might say. His name is Herbert Glover. Like myself, he is a collector of fine art.
I'm a detective, Mr. Throgmorton, not a burglar.
I don't care for your insinuation, Mr. Reed. I would never be so crass as to hire a thief. I had a meeting arranged with Herbert. One of great importance, shall we say. One at which he failed to appear. I want you to find out why.
I'm in.
That sounds simple enough. Okay, I'll do it.
Very good, Mr. Reed. There is one final detail. This case must remain secret, and you must not reveal to anyone for whom you are working.
Discretion is my watchword.
Indeed. Here is Herbert's address and an advance for your investigation. You'll find it's fair.
I wonder what I got. I'm full up the bullets already.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Oh, wow, look at those experience points. Nice. And a knowledge point. Nice, okay. So we have a new case. Another new case. Let's check that out. So, case book. Alright, so we received one new main case and one new side case. Yeah. Okay. Oop. And then the side case is Herbert Glover, which you know, I'm sure that's going to be a monster fest. Okay, so no matter which choice you made, it looks like you would have gotten this main case. It's the side case that you had to choose whether you took or not. The side cases are important because of the yeah. It's weird. Why is this? Oh, once we look at it. Okay, now I looked at it. Great. And the lore documents. Run. Hobo signs. What did I fish in this? Oh, the will. I already looked at that. Here we go. Okay. Let's go to skills. So the knowledge point came with the points that were added, not necessarily because they just tacked on a knowledge point. That sucks, but we'll still make use of it. So what do we got here? So we didn't get any new weapons for the completing that mission. Reload your revolver faster. That would be nice, I must admit. Battle rifle, which we don't have, or the shotgun, and we don't have that either. That would be useful. Rifle rounds. Carry more first aid kits. I don't know. Generally speaking, you can't. You can heal yourself, but it's very slow. Generally, you'd be dead before that. You know, it's just not clear. It's useful. You already carry 3 on you. I think that's more than you can use in any given combat situation. So we took this. You slowly regenerate a limited amount of health for one last fighting chance. I haven't come around to the situation where that was beneficial, but I'm sure it will arise. I've already been killed a few times during this walkthrough. Vitality increases, so more hit points. Yeah. Again, that would be useful to some extent. Crafting, clarity, double quest reward items. I mean, bullets and such. I mean, what you really want is the new weapons. The bullets, not. I mean, we can find in locations that we've discovered. So I don't know how useful that is. Yeah. Okay. So I think we're going to reload the revolver faster. That has some use. So, all right, great. I can't see her. I don't know if she has the same genetic abnormality that Myra does. Since I'm in here, I might as well see if there's anything worth looting. Some games they won't let you do this. I don't know. There's probably nothing here to loot, but it's worth looking at. Yeah. So maybe it was Throgmorton's only son. It's hard to tell. So this mansion doesn't seem to be infected with all the sea life.
The door won't
Oh, that's
budge.
interesting. It's a door you can't get into. So this building only has 2 stories? Maybe. Well, I can see into it from here. That's interesting. I can't get into it. Is there a basement? Yes, there is. Presumably I'm not going to get cut up by monsters down here. I don't see anything. Okay. Just making sure it's not a false wall. Nope, that's not lootable. A nice billiards table. Everything's kind of moldy because of the, yeah. What's this? She's not giving me any apparent clues. Electrical box. Okay. Yeah, I think I explored all the way. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. So it lets you explore the whole building, but there's nothing lootable. I'm interesting. By the way, kitchens and stoves look like this in the 20s. It's kind of interesting. You have a hot box here, and then, although I'm not sure if this is fed by, you know, natural gas or propane in the 20s, or if it's just electric. I don't know if electric burners were available or not. That I'm not sure about. Probably was. Interesting. Another one of these seashell. Yeah, so there is nothing useful in here. It's guarded by two of his henchmen. Alright, so we'll come back out here into the street. What's over here? Oakmont University Library. Interesting. All right. Let's go back to the telephone booth. Then we'll continue. Probably take a break. Not sure if I'll combine this particular segment with the previous segment, or maybe this segment with the next segment. Depends on how long they take. So I'm not sure where you're watching this at, but we'll do whatever makes sense. We'll take a break when we get to the. No, it's interesting. Some cars are just wrecked like this, and some are in pretty good shape. So it makes no sense which is which. Again, it's only supposed to have been 6 months where all this degradation took place. We're going to go in the right direction here. Yeah. It's kind of interesting, this Ferris wheel. Yeah, the NPCs look back at you when you're walking behind those. That's one nice piece of AI there. But other than that, nothing else. Here we go. All right, so let's reset.